there's been a major challenge because if you take the Middle Eastern markets, now pre-nationalization, we had the Western markets. If you take the British market was all full of Ceylon tea. After nationalization, Britain went out. I used to work for Group 1. Right? So in the 10 years I worked, I realized, they had their own interests here. They bought their own tea, and all of the tea that went into their blends were from Ceylon. After nationalization, it slowly reduced because they went and reinvested in Africa, in Kenya. They have interests in Kenya. They have plantations there, and they are virgin land, so their yields are much higher. And of course, they went in for CTC, not orthodox, because orthodox is labor intensive. You need different kind of leaf. You need to be patient. Your production time is also greater. And in the CTC, you put in the green leaf this way, and you get the machine producing the CTC on the other side. So they went in for CTCs. They got stronger, brighter cups. Of course, not long lasting. The quality didn't last so long with the CTCs, and it was suitable for their tea bag blends in the West, in Britain. So they went in and changed their blends from a good Ceylon tea to a African, almost 100% based African tea. If you take Lipton, and if you take PG Tips or Group 1, which is still there, though Lipton have bought and put in one blend, and they have more CTCs than some blends are, I'm sure, 100% CTC. And we don't produce that amount of Bupiphenics also here, because we produce our leaf teas, which gets us a better price. We should really stay in orthodox, but we must concentrate on producing a much, much better tea. We have lost the Middle Eastern markets because of all these conflicts now. Iran, Iraq, Syria, Libya, we've lost them all because of the sanctions, war. The whole system is disrupted. If you take Syria now, it's totally disrupted. Good buyer of Ceylon tea. Libya, same. Iraq had their own buying office here. Iraqi government purchasing board used to buy something like 20 to 30 million pounds of tea that time per year. And they brought in ships and loaded the entire ship. We used to all get excited when a Basra ship comes, where the whole ship takes a full load of tea, and there were selected companies that bought for Iraq. Then they bought in they had a turn. Every week it was one company. Group 1 bought this week, it would be another company the next week, and it would go around. And when the ship comes, a couple of rounds have gone, each one had to blend their tea and ship. They even took some teas in originals that time, and they had very good standards. Low growns and mediums, but they had very, very good standards. Some of the high growns that we put in that, and some of the mediums, we used to trade with Germany and your continent and replace for the Iraqi stock in the following weeks. So that gave an opportunity to the tea traders here to use that stock and do some trading, and then replace it before the ship came. That used to happen. All that is gone now. And the standards that we ship to these Middle East countries have come right down, because there's more than one party dealing with it. I don't ship to you as a buyer. I ship to an agent, he gives it to another sub-agent, that guy gives it to a transporter, because transporting is also a big problem there. And by the time it comes to you, it has passed maybe 3 hands. And then you have to, each one has to make a profit. For the scrap tea, the price is the same as what it was before, for the better teas. So we can't eliminate that until the war situation is resolved. And the last 2 or 3 years, we had problems with Russia having sanctions. Then Ukraine had problems. So all are, as a single country, in the last few years, Russia was our biggest buyer. But now Russia has come down in volume. They also have gone into a fair amount of CTC, cheaper teas, and some Chinese teas, Vietnamese teas, and reduce their standards. Those of us who ship finished products still manage to ship our tea, but we didn't get paid year before last for 1 year. Last year, maybe 6 months, 8 months, 10 months. This year it's a little bit better, but volumes have dropped drastically. If in our country we have 55 tea shops in Russia. Right? My agent runs 55 Mlesna shops, and our volumes have come down drastically. And till he sells the tea, I don't get the money. But his finances have depleted so much. And if I don't help him now, I make him commit suicide. Then with that I commit suicide also. So you have to keep the wheel turning and continue giving him tea in spite of his not paying, which is all right if you trust the guy, because I know the money will come at some day, later date, but interest is not paid. He can't afford to pay interest. If I charge him interest, again he goes down. So what do? You go with him, you share the losses.